Here's your basic 350, 355 cubic inch build. I usually build rowdy drag race type engines, but this one here is for the wife. I've been collecting parts for it for a minute now, but I believe I finally got all the shit to put her an engine together. She has a 95 Blazer. It's all blacked out and shit. It's got 31 1050s on 15 by 10 wheels on it. Pretty good looking ride, but it needs work. It's another one of our projects, but she's had it for a while and wants to fix it up. But it's got the old 200 horse, being a 92 model. It's got the 200 horse TBI bullshit engine in it, which I converted it to a 4-barrel several years ago, and it runs way better than it did with that fucking throttle body injection. But the old engine's got about 300,000 miles on it, and it's lost its seal and shit, and got fucking oil leaks, so I'm gonna build her a new engine for the old Suburban. But this ain't gonna be your all-out race type engine. This is what I consider a torque build. Now, to start with, you got a 1978 350 4-bolt main out of a Blazer. And then the rotating assembly on it is, it's heavy duty shit out of a 73 4-bolt 350 out of a 3/4 ton truck. Got a nodular crank and shit. And then it's got your basic flat top pistons, 26 thick head gaskets. Those are older Dart Iron Eagle 180 heads. That's what they are. The engine will have just over 10-to-1 compression, about 10.2 to 1 compression. Bought a set of KMJ Assault aluminum roller rockers. They're looking better these days, and for the money you can't beat them, and no more valve spring pressure than this motherfucker's gonna have. I think they'll work out just fine. I think they were like $150, $200 for the set. Got 7/16 studs, guide plates, Dart guide plates. Got a K-motion valve springs. Got comp retainers and locks and all that shit. And also a comp cam. Which I'm trying to talk her into going to a roller. But that's That's the cam going in it. It's a XE274H-10. It's a 274, 286 advertised. 230, 236 at 50. 490, 490 lift. And a 110 load separation. And we got a good set of lifters that we spent some fucking money on, hoping don't have to go through that dreaded flat fucking lifter syndrome that seems to be going around. So it had pretty good valvetrain in it, comp rocker push rods, and got your old Edelbrock Performer RPM intake. The divider's been cut down a little bit, but it'll have a 1-inch spacer under it when it's in the vehicle running. I got the spacer, but it's on the truck now. But it'll get thrown on here when this goes in the vehicle. Get your vintage Moroso valve covers. Scored this old anodized blue aluminum timing chain cover too. Those are kind of hard to come by. But I'm going to paint the block GM corporate blue. It's a 1978 350. Original color was GM corporate blue. So that's what color I'm going to paint that motherfucker back. And those are dart heads, but paint them blue and they pretty much look like a stock set of heads. It's going to be a pretty good torquey engine. Those RPM Edelbrocks, they're known to put down some torque. That's a 750 double pumper on there now, but we've got a brand new 3310 750 vacuum secondary with the rear meter and block conversion and shit. That'll be what goes on it in the truck. It's also on the truck now. Got a pretty nice new HEI distributor in the truck too. New wires and shit. And all that'll be transferred over. That's old Mallory dual point setup. Marine use distributor, which they still get the job done too if you want to step back that far back in time. Them old Dart 180 heads, you know, they ain't the highest flowing fucking heads in the world. They're, you know, these are probably 25 years old. I think they flowed in the 240-ish CFM range. Probably 160, 170 on the exhaust. But this ought to make a reliable 400 horse 350, and it ought to have pretty good torque considering. Got these 1 3/4 primary tube, long tube headers for it also. I forgot what brand they are, but They're pretty fucking nice. Slip fit collectors. And they got the bungs. You can run you an O2 in there and hook you up an air fuel gauge and your shit. So it's a handy feature. Long tubes. The bolts fit nicely too. Good plug clearance and everything, so that showed 1978 010 350. That's A, B, C, D, E, F. That's June 26, 1978. That's when that block was cast. So I'm going to paint it back the color they were in 1978. Of course, it'll have the brass freeze plugs exposed, and I don't like painting bolt head. I like all my bolts unpainted. My dart heads are in good shape though. They were on a boat, so they didn't see no road time, and they mostly sat in the guy's backyard for years, so look inside them, they look practically brand fucking new. So they flow about like a good Vortec head, maybe a little better. I think they are 202 160 valves in them, 64 cc chambers. But yeah, I don't just build race only engines. I can build a torque engine, and this fucker's going in a 5,000 pound Suburban, so it don't need to peak at 8,000 RPM. It's not a mud bog truck. It's just gonna be my wife's cruiser. So I believe this little unit here will get it moving with some authority. That's my next item on the agenda. So I just got the crankshaft in for it. Got a set of rods, pistons over there, and all the parts to put this fucking thing together. So won't be long now. Poor girl been waiting for over 2 fucking years for me to get on this damn thing, but got too many projects and not enough time. There it is.